What's going on, LEGO Maniacs? It's Ty, the Lego guy here, and welcome to our very first LEGO Avatar review on the channel. This theme is very mixed. Some people love it, some people don't. But the set in particular that we're taking a look at is the Jake and Neytiris first Banshee flight. That's set 75572. It has 572 pieces, 2 minifigures, came out in 2022. And it retails for $59.99 USD. Like we just said, a lot of people have mixed feelings about this theme, but we're gonna take a look at its positives and negatives and see where it stands. But enough talk, let's get right into it. To kick us off, we'll start by taking a look at the box art, and I have to say it's very, very colorful. Makes sense. Pandora is a colorful planet, and I don't mind the artwork. In the bottom right corner, you can see Jake along with Neytiri. And then moving to the side, just says Avatar. On the back, it gets into the set a little bit more, along with the dimensions of the Banshee. So in case you guys are wondering how big these Banshees are, there it is, both in centimeters and in inches. And this stand is really, really smart. I love the way that they designed it. We will get more into that. And then on the side of the box, just says Avatar. On the top, we have Jake, along with a partial scene of the set. This really reminds me of the 90s. They did this a lot in the 90s. And then on the bottom, just the barcode. Let's now take a look at the model. And we'll start by giving you a 360 view of the entire set. There's 3 main builds, but I really wanted to kick this off by showing it kind of on display. It just makes for a great display piece, and it's quite sizable. Like, I was surprised how big it was when you put all 3 of the main builds together. Very, very colorful as well, which makes sense because the world of Avatar is a colorful world. Yeah, just the building techniques are also quite good in my opinion. But we'll obviously get into that a little bit more as we break down these separate models. Let's now take a look at the set area by area. And here we have Jake's Banshee. This is the teal one. And I have to say, making a Lego dragon or Banshee, this is basically a dragon, is not the easiest thing to do. I know this from personal experience, but I feel that this looks quite good. It also makes sense that they made the wings in plastic. When I say plastic, I mean this flexible type plastic. It just works a lot better than bricks. And we'll give you guys a view of the underbelly of the dragon. That's what it kind of looks like. And show off how they kind of built the saddle of the Banshee. Very smartly done. You can just fit the Avatar, or the Navi I should say, in by just connecting the piece right there. What's also kind of cool is, you know how they connect to all the animals? Well, they do that with this Lego set, which I thought was really smart. They also have an area to store a spear. There isn't a whole lot of features with this, but you can close and open the Banshee's mouth, which is a little bit difficult to do with one hand. Overall though, pretty decent looking Banshee. Let's now take a look at the landscape. And what I love about this is how colorful they've made the landscape. Love that bright pink, or hot pink I should say. And they also have the floating stones. If you watch the movie, you'll know that they have that, and they sort of incorporated it. Here we have the 2 stands. That's how you kind of set up the Banshees to make it look like they're flying. The vegetation in this is great. And then moving to the other side, we'll show off the waterfall piece, which would have been nice if they maybe included another one, but still it's not that big of a deal that there's only one included. I don't really know how you'd fit another one, but that's the one big waterfall piece, and I love the fact that it has the water coming down into the rock. Overall, pretty decent looking landscape. Let's now take a look at the final Banshee. And in case you're wondering, this is exactly the same size as Jake's Banshee. Same build as well. Main difference again is just the color. And both of these, they just really pop. That's
part of the reason why I like this set so much. I'm really not sure which one I like more, although I will say I think this one's just a little bit, stands out just a little bit more. And the reason why is it has so much yellow, which I really like in LEGO sets. They don't really have too many yellow LEGO sets in my opinion. And we'll show off the underbelly. Again, exactly the same as Jake's, and then give you guys a little bit of a bird's eye view. Let's now take a look at the minifigures. And here we have Jake along with Neytiris. I was very surprised how big these minifigures are. If you think that they're roughly the same size as a minifigure, here's a minifigure. Check out how much bigger they are than the average minifigure. That is crazy. They do have a lot of printing, which is nice. Even their arms, in case you're wondering, are larger than the average minifigures. Now, they don't have any back face printing, which I found kind of surprising. They do have tails, which is kind of funny. And again, these are these pieces that they use to connect to the other animals, which I thought was smart that they incorporated that. The legs, I'm not sure what I feel about them. They're quite long, which is the main reason why they're so much taller than the minifigure. Also, their heads are a little bit bigger as well. I'm not saying that I hate these minifigures. I definitely don't. I just don't know quite what to think of them because they are so different than the average minifigure. They're not even a big fig. They're like a LEGO minifigure hybrid almost. Again, the torso though is the same size as a normal LEGO man's torso, but it's just the legs along with the heads, the arms are all much, much bigger. Again, here's that minifigure. They absolutely dwarf him. Let's now get into the end of the review and get my final thoughts. Well guys, that was my review. Do hope you enjoyed it. This set in particular, like I've been saying, I really like this one. I love the look of these Banshees, or basically dragons. I think the landscape is pretty good. I like the fact that you can stand both of the Banshees on top of it to make them look like they're flying. I think it's an awesome display piece. The minifigures, they're a little bit different looking. I don't necessarily dislike them. They're not like the mini doll or anything, but they are different. They're almost like big figs. But overall, I'd say that this set is worth the purchase. I think that $60 USD is a fair price for it as well, surprisingly, since I know a lot of the Avatar sets have kind of been considered as overpriced. But with this one in particular, I don't feel that way. And if you can get a sale on it, say it's 20% off, it's worth that all day long in my books. Overall, very colorful, creative set. And yeah, I think it's worth the purchase. But let me know what your personal thoughts are on this one, if you like it, if you don't. Any areas I think they could maybe improve on it. But that pretty well does the review. But if you liked it, leave it a thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, definitely consider subscribing and click that bell so you're notified for any future LEGO Avatar reviews. I will be buying more of them. I'm not sure if they're gonna get the thumbs up like this one, but we'll see. It's a theme that I'm definitely interested in buying more sets from. But that's all I got for you again. But thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.